Daily activities meditation. When one is bending, note bending. When stretching, note stretching. When reaching for something, note reaching. Moving, note moving. When lifting, note lifting. When touching, note touching. When sitting down, note sitting. When standing up, note standing up. When turning, note turning. When brushing, note brushing, moving. When one is looking, note looking, looking. When one is seeing, note seeing, seeing. When one is moving, note moving. When one is pulling down something, note pulling down. So in fact, when one is finished with sitting meditation and is intending to walk, this is the manner in which it should be done. Note opening the eyes, opening the eyes, opening, opening, seeing, seeing. When one is beginning to move to get up, note moving, then moving again, then moving again, maybe touching if the hand is touching the floor, pushing oneself, pushing, moving again, touching, touching again, pushing, moving, reaching. In that manner, one should slowly, with awareness, get from the sitting posture up into the standing posture. One should get rid of all thoughts of getting to go walk, finding one's space, locating it, thinking of what one's going to do in the future, in the next moment or 5 moments, but really to bring one's mind right into the present moment. There are so many activities that have to occur before we can get from sitting to standing. All those activities have to have a mental intention. In order to see the mental intention in all those activities, one has to be right there in the moment, noting and observing each physical occurrence as it occurs. If you wish to have insight knowledge arise, then that is the way you would wish to get up every single time. In a similar manner, this is how to wake up. When the bell rings, we note opening, opening for our eyes. We need to open our eyes. Then we need to lift the body up. So note lifting, lifting, moving, moving. When we end up sitting on the bed, note sitting, sitting. To get off the bed, we need to bend or move. Note bending, bending, moving, moving. Then we need to straighten the body up. So straightening, straightening. All those mental notes should be done to see clearly the act of going from lying down to getting up, just out of bed in the morning. That's the kind of care and attention we need to each change of posture. When we're trying to get from here to there, at that time, note left, right, or walking. I would like to address those of us who have a lot of I have to's in the mind when we're doing this practice, or I should. This is aversion in disguise, and we should come to recognize this as quickly as possible. Note these thoughts. Note the physical occurrences around this. Note the sense of pressure and boredom involved. Sayadaw says, when a yogi arrives at their meditation spot, their meditation at their meditation spot, note arriving, or seeing. He says one must develop a sense of gladness or joy at this arisal, at this circumstance. We are intending to sit and observe this mind and matter in order to see clearly into all worldly phenomena. What could be greater than this precious opportunity? Sayadaw asks of us, please don't waste this precious opportunity by letting kilesas, by letting defilements of mind overwhelm us. In other words, if we are noting in order to get something, this is ambition. One's will, craving is too strong. Tension, restlessness will result. Note this and try to relax the mind in the next noting. If we are noting and a sense of being disheartened or discouraged is arising, this is aversion. One's will feels thwarted. This too is ambition. Tension and restlessness will result. Rather, there must be intention, noting, observing. If you find the intention is unwholesome or harming your practice, change the intention in the mind to a wholesome intention and then a wholesome application. Keep this wholesome intention occurring. When you find it's gone, it's passed away, or it's what we call lost, stop. Change the intention in the mind to a wholesome intention and then a wholesome application. Start all over again. One last mention before closing these meditation instructions. A Buddhist proverb which must be understood here. It goes as follows. A fool has to suffer through his or her unwise management because he or she hurries when it is time to slow down, but slows down when it is time to hurry. A wise man is happy because of his wise management, knowing how to hurry when it is time to hurry and slow down when it is time to slow down. In other words, the fool is suffering because he hurries when it is time to slow down, meaning when one is moving through the day in a retreat and when they're hurrying when it is time to slow down, but slows down when it is time to hurry, that means that the yogi is slowing down when it is time to hurry up and note the defilements as they arise. When the defilements arise, we need to hurry. Note them, note them, note them, note them, note them. That is not when we need to slow down. However, we need to slow down in our physical movements so that we can see how the defilements are hurrying. All right? I'll say that again in the other way. A wise man is happy because of his wise management, knowing how to hurry when it is time to hurry. How to note the defilements one after another without relaxing his watching, without relaxing his noting, without relaxing his observing, and slow down when it is time to slow down. Here in this retreat, a wise man or woman takes the opportunity to slow down all physical occurrences so they can see clearly what is going on in the mind. This is the end of the meditation instructions. I'd like to address one statement, or what I would call disturbing hearsay, that has been passed around what some call the Vipassana community in America, also known as yogis who have dabbled in Buddhist practice here. The statement being referred to is that the practice of mental noting mental labeling is very hard. It causes difficulties and therefore is not useful. Please allow the following reflections to confront some bare facts in this matter. While in the walking posture, every time the foot touches the ground, a sensation of hardness occurs. If we continue in an unbroken walking posture for long periods of time, difficulty in this posture will arise. While standing, hardness keeps reoccurring. If we continue to stand for long periods, unpleasant or difficulty arises. While sitting, hardness occurs moment after moment. If we sit for a prolonged amount of time, unpleasant or difficulties arise. While in the lying posture, hardness is a recurring sensation. If we do not make any movement while in this posture, then unpleasant difficulties arise. When undesirable and unpleasant thoughts arise and reoccur in our minds, this is experienced as difficult, hard. When we do not get what we want, there is a mental experience of hardness, difficulty. When we lose what we like, this is mentally hard. When our pleasant, lovable sense pleasure changes, this is mentally hard. When self-criticism arises or self-blame, this is experiencing hard, mental contraction. When tension, stress arise, we experience this as hard, difficult. When tightness, restlessness arise, we experience this as hard, difficult. When embarrassment, remorse, sadness, frustration arise, this too is mentally hard. When daily activities arise, one after another, and we cannot focus fully on each and every aspect, the results are often difficult, hard. When we speak words that we didn't mean, or we didn't even know that we were thinking that, the results are often hard. When we speak or act from anger or impatience or from ill will, the results are hard, difficult. So, getting back to the original statement, is the mental noting of all these various aspects of life the cause of hard, the cause of difficulty? Or is this mental, physical existence, where hardness quite effectively takes place, the cause of hard, the cause of difficulty? In other words, is noting and observing these natural, uncontrollable elements the cause of one's hardness, one's difficulty? Or is the natural, uncontrollable elements themselves the cause of our hardness and difficulty? This question and the various statements should say one fact loud and clear. There is no easy way out. And so, for one to begin to try mental noting, mental label, and feel or see all sorts of hardness and difficulty, and point the finger at the practice and say, it's this practice that's giving me hardness or difficulty, this appears to be an outrageous assumption. And I ask, I beg all the yogis here at this retreat to look a lot closer at what the cause of hardness and difficulty really is. Thank you.